Hi guys, my name's Serena. Welcome to Light of Love. I wanted to just talk real quick about, excuse me, the journey I'm on. Um, and how excuse me, I'm not sure how to begin this. Anyway, let's just say, okay, I'm back. I'm cooking something. I'm starving. So I might have to stop quite a bit. But you know, I'm on this journey right now of, I guess you could say, health and wellness. Um, Seeing different, trying to correlate what I want to do and what I want to practice. And so far, Jack LaLanne is my inspiration. Okay, and then I found these shorts about um, glute works out and how your not glutes aren't engaging because of your pelvis, because of your pelvic area, because your hip flexors, all of that is real tight and it's out of alignment. So I'm focusing on doing those exercises to release your pelvis. But what I really wanted to come on here and say is, you know, what I'm doing, I used to do a rigor every day. I'd work out for like an hour when I worked at the gym. I worked at the gym for two different gyms for I probably a total of 6-7 years maybe, somewhere around there. Doesn't really matter. But I used to work out every day. I was a skinny fat person. I'm probably that again. I was like 30 something percent body fat, and I only weighed like 120 pounds at the time, or 115 or something. I was a skinny fat person, so it took me a long time to build up that muscle. Anyway, being bedridden, I lost all that muscle. Plus, I'm 56, going to be 57, so I think I'm losing muscle anyway. And being sedentary is like the worst, right? Hang on. So this is just my journey, and I'm not a physical trainer. I'm not a fitness trainer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not any of those things, right? But so what I'm doing now is, because I've tried to in these times now do things like rigorously, right? Like on like a certain time and da da da. I'm just telling you this is what I'm doing. And so far these past 2-3 days it's been working for me, right? When I think of something or when I decide to do something, I might just stop and get on the floor and do the frog pose and try to do that, lay down and do my pelvic tilts, get into a squat and hold it, various times of the day whenever I think of it. And that's what's working for me right now. I did get up and I was really tired. My back was hurting. But I did do my Jack LaLanne facial exercise. I at least did that. And then I was like, man, I'm tired. My back hurts. I don't want to do anything. And, then I ended up just doing something that he showed me yesterday. Then I saw this other video. So I did these other things. So I guess what I'm saying is, when I'm thinking of it, or or not even thinking about it, I'll just stop and start doing some kind of stretch or exercise. And I guess that's my point. And I'll continue to come on and share with you, what I'm doing and what's working for me. But I'm trying to get my focus on what do I need to do. Fascia, tendons, leg strength, but flexibility, getting my hips in alignment. Because our pelvic shifts, mine does especially. And so anyway, I'm doing things when I can and when I think of it. Any movement's gonna help. I don't know. I got a food on I don't want to burn, so my mind's not really. Anyway, lazy day today. Well, I had a couple hours sleep, so I'm kind of tired, and I'm starving, so I'm going to eat. And, as I research things and do things and try things out, Jack LaLanne, Bruce Lee, Qigong is something I think I'm going to start getting into. But really releasing this pelvic and this hip and getting it straight so glutes and everything are activated. Stiffness, joint mobility, is important. Legs are important. Hand strength is important. And I love Jack LaLanne because he just makes you want to do stuff. And he's so cute, And then all the weird music, sound effects they have in the back is great. But anyway, I just want to say, do what you can when you can. And I don't know, for me, how I am and my personality and the way I've always been, or the way I am now anyway, doing what I can when I can and when it comes to mind, no matter what, as long as you're doing something. It's not always going to work out at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can do this, or 9 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know about you, but that used to throw me off if I couldn't stick to a certain regimen and things got. So now I'm like, let's just be a little more lax. And I don't know, this is my body, it's my life, and I'm going to get me there one way or another. So that's my focus now is, I lived my life on drugs and alcohol for most of my life. I ate shitty, except for those years when I was working out and clean eating and all that, and then it stopped and I went back into blah, 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 and here we are, okay? Bedridden in 2021, no doctors, no pain pills, no nothing. I'm not suggesting anyone do that because my mind, I had a belief that I can change my life and my body because the power in the mind, hang on. And because of my back, I have to be very careful on what I do. Before I was all about lifting weights, right? Heavy, go heavy, get big, go heavy. I went heavy on everything and just fucking maxed out, fucking wrecked my elbows when I first started working out, doing fucking triceps. I had way too much weight and I fucking blew my elbows out. It took forever, like a couple years or so before they got better, but I didn't stop working out. But so I'm really just trying to go easy and do things differently for my body now. And I've been trying, before I was working, hold on. I know, somebody's saying, hey, why don't you shoot the video when you're not busy? Because I shoot when I'm kind of called to, or it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm just doing it this way. All right, you guys, I'm gonna stop here, but do what you can when you can and tailor it to you, because life happens and it's not always a rigorous schedule. So I don't know about you, but with me, it will throw me off and then I wouldn't continue. So now I'm doing what I can when I can, and so far so good. It's working. I'm actually doing more things for me with that method than when I was trying to start before. So I love you guys. Namaste. Peace.